Good afternoon, Oakdale dads. It's Dr. Stanton on Valentine's Day. And despite the red shirt and pink tie, not a big Valentine's Day guy. I don't think we need one day to remind us of the importance that love has in our life, love has in our faith, love that is something that should be reflected because of the love that God first had for us. But it being Valentine's Day, I was struck by the fact that I wanted to share a few things with the dads in particular here at Oakdale. And today at chapel, we talked about the concept and the virtue of servanthood. And we talked about Moses, we talked about Ruth, we talked about Paul, and we talked about Jesus. And Jesus obviously being the ultimate example of servanthood, from the very idea that he chose to come down from heaven to live amongst us, to serve, to minister until the point of death on the cross, and just the service, the suffering servant that he became, that Isaiah reminds us of. Ruth following her mother-in-law and serving her by saying, "Your people will be my people, your God will be my God," and serving her mother-in-law so faithfully. Moses serving God's people and bringing them up out of Egypt and then wandering through the desert for those 40 years and continually to lay himself down, to put himself second to serving God and serving God's chosen people. And Paul, who started out thinking he was serving correctly by persecuting the early church, having the cloaks of those who were stoning Stephen laid at his feet, until he reminded us the 5 times he received the 40 lashes minus 1, the shipwrecks, the times he was stoned, and all those different things that he continued to serve the Lord above all else. And that concept of servanthood does come into play again on Valentine's Day. And here's my encouragement to you as dads, not just as dads, but as husbands. We're reminded in Ephesians chapter 5 that we are to love our wives as Christ loves the church. We're reminded in Ephesians as well that we are to love our children in a way so as not to exasperate them. So perhaps on Valentine's Day, a great thing for each of us to do as husbands and as fathers is to pray through, how is it that God is calling me to better love my wife, better love my children, so that I can be reflective of Christ's love in my life. And one last thought as you go through. I'm recording this at about 1:30 in the afternoon. If you haven't gotten that bouquet of flowers, you haven't gotten that card, or maybe even that chocolate, even if it's not my favorite thing to do, I can tell you there's still time. So stop on the way home, make sure you pick up a card, make sure you maybe grab some construction paper if you want to make a handmade card for your wife, something sweet for your kids. Show them that sacrificial love that God calls us to be. Thanks for being dads. Thanks for being husbands that pour into your family, that love your wives as Christ loved the church, and love your children so as not to exacerbate them, but to raise them up in the fear and admonition of the Lord. I wish you all a great rest of your week. Thanks so much for pouring into your families and into Oakdale, and we'll see you soon. Take care.